how can you get somebody to believe in a church family if they don't even have a family at home? You're asking them to reach beyond what they have at home. That is, how can someone hold on to these strangers out in the street? How can someone say, well, I love you, but the people at my home don't love me? My dad, my mother, my aunts, the people that are of my blood don't care about me, but yet you strangers care about me. So that makes it even worse that y'all don't even know me, yet you support me. I wanted to be that doctor, I wanted to be that artist, and I wanted to be that comedian, I wanted to be that rapper, I wanted to be that musician, yet I come home and everybody scorns me, everybody's getting high, everybody's doing something that they shouldn't be doing that is counterproductive to making sure that I can make it into life. You grow up and you find out that possibly it's possible that maybe, and it's a happenstance. Part 2. So looking at it, so looking at the importance of Sunday dinners isn't just a show of food. It's a way to bring community into your house. It's a way to bring your extended family together. Those that couldn't eat all week can now eat because the family is providing that meal for everybody. It's a way to equalize the rich and the poor in your family. It's a way to have a conversation about where everybody's at. It's a way in those families that are industrial together to go through and talk about new business endeavors, to network within your family. Wouldn't it be something if all the professionals had a networking event? Wouldn't it be something if the families got together and if you needed money for college, or if somebody needed money for college, I'm talking about self-sacrifice for the general family, if they sacrifice for the needs of the few in the family. If you send out a letter, grandma sent out a letter, or the eldest person in your family sent out a letter, or the most respected person sent out a letter to everybody in your family saying that little Cindy needs to go to college. So little Cindy, just send any money you can, 10% preferably of your month's income this month to us. And we're going to send little Cindy to college, because when little Cindy comes back, she's going to be that doctor, and that's going to be something that's going to help uplift the family, because we're going to have a physician in the family. What if somebody wanted to start a laundromat, and so now you got this accountant uncle and you got this person here, and they get together? Because you could do these things if you first understanding the money inside of a family means that you have to pay them back. Why can't we pay these people back just because they're your aunt, your uncle, your blood relative? Why do you have to slow pay or no pay? Why can't you go through the whole process of rebuilding your family by rebuilding the family finances? That's why every other culture is getting along fine. That's why that's what the rich people know that the poor people don't. Poor people think they got family, but they can't loan each other money. They can't have open dialogue about things that the children don't understand, about that abuse, about those sexual molestations, about all those things going on behind closed door. They are mute on it. I'm not saying the rich people aren't. I'm just saying that it starts with an open dialogue. If you want to rebuild your community, it starts with each family rebuilding itself within that community. The church is a great place to start that at. The community needs open group therapy over and over again. Yeah, we going to heaven if we do such and such. Yeah, we came from these people here, but let's make sure that we have the best existence possible. Some people want to be movie stars and singers and rappers because they didn't have love, and they think that the community, the world, will love them if they get out there and show their talent. Yes, you have a God-given talent to sing, but it may not be that your passion, that your future ends up that you're a purposeful singer. You might be spinning your wheels and you better off getting a college degree doing something else. And now we know that a college degree isn't everything, because this is a world community. So as we go into it and you think about the different things that a family can help balance out. What if you had the fathers go through this whole process where, you know, they became carpenters and they teach the young boys in the family to be carpenters, that is big brothers. If the sisters went out there and showed them how to be seamstress or something like this, the family became profitable together. The name became like the name of the Rockefellers or the Mellons or the Gates. It's all about coming together and understanding that you came from somewhere. Don't wait until you find a girlfriend or a boyfriend and say, I'm gonna start all over better. Don't try to go out there and create a gang. That's why those gangs come out there, because those young men are tired of being mama's boys, and they want to go out there and they want to find their manhood, and they want to express against the system. It's just such a loss that everybody's talking about everything but how to bridge the divide between a broken family. And a broken family is what's caused the broken community and a broken society and the disparity between the rich and the poor. You gotta understand that if you have a team, you got a business right there. If you got 15 cousins or 15 uncles and things of this nature, they could be your street team, but they all gotta believe in you, and it all has to be prioritized by who's the oldest. When the oldest gets what they need first. And think about the Latinos that move into the communities. They move into the communities. They come from Mexico or Latin America, wherever they're coming from, and then they come in. They all live 25 to a house. Then the eldest person, they bring all the checks together. They pool that money together. Then the eldest person, the eldest child, gets the car first. They get the apartment first. Then the second person gets in, and then they grow. And so then all of a sudden they leap ahead of Black America, and the Black America's like, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? Well, what happened was y'all still bickering with each other. You think you better than me because you light skinned. You think you live over here because you got a degree. You think you better than everybody because of this. You think you got it going on because you got a good man. You think this and you think this, but nobody's thinking for real that, hey, these are your family members. Some people never grow up. Some people never understand that the whole point is to understand that you're family. They like to go and show off for the family members and tell their real stories. Go borrow $50 from their friend at work because they can't buy lunch. They're struggling. They'd rather let strangers know they're struggling than let people at home know they're struggling, because they think they're going to throw it in their face. Well, certain people in the family, you can't tell certain people in the family, you can't tell certain things because they're going to spread it and they're going to tell the wrong people. But these are your family members. There should be no secrets. What if the church talked about these things? What if the church said, this is a family? So now that you got an earthly family, you know how important it is to have a spiritual family. You know that if somebody's being abusive, the men need to intervene and stop it from happening. If you're being a slut, the women need to come and intervene and stop it from happening. There needs to be open dialogue in the family. And if you can't, you got that big white elephant sitting in the living room every time y'all have a family organization, or the liquor tips y'all off and y'all go off in the wrong direction because somebody wants to fight because the animosity from 12 years ago, and that 12 years ago animosity is boiling over, and the people can't understand that the things, the pain, the hurt, the anguish, everything is coming from the fact they can't talk. They don't know how to start the conversation. They're not sure what the person's going to say when they say, well, this is how I really felt. And then the other person takes offense against it, saying, well, you ingrate. How can you dare to say these things to me? Makes you want to talk. I don't understand what these people are talking about. How they don't see the truth and the nature of the things that they're saying. The truth and the nature and the things that they're saying comes from the fact that they're not saying anything to each other. The lack of talking about meaningful things and just surface talk creates animosity too. Because you know when people being fake. You know when auntie is being fake when she gets on the phone, or mother's getting fake, or dad's not there, so you can't even know what he's doing. How can you respect your heavenly father if you don't respect your earthbound father? How can you carry on this bitterness towards men or women because your mother raised you and you're bitter that you had a mother raising you instead of you had a father to lead you? A woman can raise a gentleman. She can raise a player, but she can't raise no man. Real quick, I'm running out of time, but you think about it and you look to yourself, you say, this is the difference. This is how a single mother, generally speaking, would raise a little boy versus man. The little boy walks in, hey mom, I got this idea for a meal. I'm gonna cook this meal right here, ribs. All right, son, that's a great idea, and you drew it, and she puts it on the wall. She's so happy with the idea of what he did. A father would say, well, here, there's the grill, there's some meat, cook it up and let me taste it. It's a difference. Action speaks volume in the white world. Action speaks volume. Idealism, the idea of having something, is great. So you got to change that. You got to be a person of action, a person of results. Change that. If you're a single mother, listen to that. Make sure they follow through with what they want to do. Don't just get happy about the idea. Millions of ideas out there. Real quick, I don't have no more time. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is something passionate I have to talk about. Thank you.